So go to internet, find the Film Fund of Russia, find her contact, and go ahead. She's not from film industry. She's from Ministry of Economics, so she's kind of a virgin in this business.
We like to deal with virgins, but
No, I don't.
the question then is, what would be the way to approach this fund, particular fund? It's I would imagine that it is a Russian partner in the co-production that goes there.
Yes. Yeah? You have a project. You mean you want to be considered, right, for co-production?
Let's assume.
First of all, I recommend you to find a Russian partner because you won't be able to get Russian fund money. I mean, film fund money. Only Russian, it's like in Poland. You won't be able to get. You can get only Polish money for co-production or European money maybe, but not money from country of your partnering co-producer, right? So I recommend you the same way. Producers Guild and International Moscow Film Festival. Then, when you find the Russian partner like me, for example, maybe I like your project, I don't know. I actually have a project for Poland, and I pitched it to Joanna, and she told me it's not a pitching event. Don't talk about.
You still have 25 minutes.
No. So this is the way. But
so this is the only fund actually that is earmarked for
I do believe that Ministry of Culture also have some money, some small money for this, but they are more bureaucratic than Film Fund. Film Fund is pretty bureaucratic, but this is when you're dealing with government, you know, it's very slow and not always very transparent.
Did you get your... Yes. So Mark, we just recapping a little bit on what you've said and what you were just answering now. So there are basically only two public funds to get public money from, and it's limited what can be given to individual productions, because it seems to me what you mentioned was that the 8 biggest production companies sort of took the box of money and ran away and did some Russian films, which are mainly rather big blockbusters, nostalgia films, and doing quite well on the Russian market. Would this be sort of is this a correct observation of some of the things you said?
Most of it, yes, but again, we have still Ministry of Culture money, which are distributed on the basis of reviewing the project, and they also have board of trustees who are making decisions who will be getting what and how much. But maximum is like, again, it's up to $1 million and up to 70% of the budget.
Well,
it's like in Israel. Maybe we'll copy Israeli model, I don't know.
But you mentioned also, Mark, that the average budget of the films is 3.2 million euro. Is that
Yeah.
So how is that put together? How do you put together a 3.2 million average financing in Russia if there is limited state funding?
It's we call it, how we call it? And it's independent. It's a private equity funding. It's a television channel. I should say
how
it.
Big a percentage? If we do it in percentages, how much?
There is no rules like in Israel. Television channels obliged to invest money in local production. It's not the case in Russia, which is not good, by the way. They do produce television movies, but they don't have any. They have no obligation to invest in film, in motion picture production, but sometimes they do. It's pretty common practice to invest.
And what are the numbers around that? I mean, how big a portion of the total budget, if I came with a commercially viable project?
What they do usually, they invest some money in production, but I'm producer, okay? I have a project they're interested in, so I come into the channel, say, okay, Mark, we'll give you like $3 million, but you'll make for us 8 hours miniseries out of this. You have feature for yourself, and we need 8 hours TV version, okay? It's not always the case, but sometimes it works. It's not always getting movie better or series better. Usually not. because you have to have two scripts actually. You cannot make a 2 hours movie out of 8 hours miniseries, right? So this is also the case. But again, the main official source we mentioned TV. Ministry of Culture and Film Fund.
Is there any officially set limit of the state financing that can go into the budget?
Oh yeah.
How high?
Again, for it's up to $1 million for Ministry of Culture, and for the fund, as I told you, they give you like 6 million euros, and you have to produce 5 or 7, I don't remember exactly, titles, investing up to 70% of their money, of government money again, of funding money, to each production, and the rest should be, it's up to you where you're getting the rest of the budget. So let's say $1 million is average, which the government can give you for each title. It's a general rule, approximately, plus minus $1 million.
So it's fair to say that the general view is that most of the productions have a very big equity to recoup, and as you mentioned before, only 9 out of 46, which is probably pretty European average.
I don't know how they calculate it, because as I told you, when you divided box office in two halves, and half goes to producer who has to pay up to 15% to distribution company, so it's, I think 9 out of 45, it's pretty high. I think it's less.
I would also say it's not a bad number, actually.
In practice, I think it's even less.
But my question is actually...
So again, it's not a profitable business, guys, in Russia, like in Poland, probably.
Or anywhere.
No, India is good. Nigeria is good. Nigeria every day they produce one motion picture, which is profitable. Really, Nigeria produce 350 motion pictures a year. Every day they have a new picture in the theaters, and the whole country goes to the theater to watch it. So they have a tradition of watching their own movies. And the country is like Russia, it's like 150 million people. And they also have oil.
Okay, we have a question more.
One final question. How soft or producers friendly is the state funding? I mean, what is the recoupment scheme usually? When the state financing is being recouped in what?
I didn't get the question. What do you mean soft?
I mean, soft means producers friendly. State finance.
No. We don't need anything back. No.
It's very soft.
I mean, in this terms, it's soft, but no government is soft to independent producers, as you know. I mean, government is government, and producer is producer.
Talking about soft money.
I understand. It's we don't have to pay back. This is
Generous.
yeah. I mean, but if you make money, you have to give them like 10% or something, you know.
But
If
my
you may-
question was, when the situation when you are making money, do the equity partners first recoup their share and then the government funding?
Equity
Last-
partners are always recoup first because they control the financial situation. Government cannot control your financial, you know. So government is always last in getting money. In this case, not in case of oil exporting.
So I believe we're coming towards the end. You have a last question again?
Yeah, is there a definition for a Russian film, like for American or
Oh
French
yeah,
movie?
oh yeah, of course, yes. You need to get official paper, and screenwriter, producer, and director should be Russian nationality. I mean, not Russian by blood, but
By passport
by passport.
and tax payment.
Right.
So it's only that it's not about financing; it's about just the main crew.
No, the rest of the crew could be from Romania. I'd like to have DP from Poland, for example. Nobody cares.
Yeah, but the money has to be from Russia.
Oh yeah.
The majority of financing is.
Yeah.
And then a couple more questions about the security of an international financial relation. For example, when people from Poland or Germany or whoever invest money in a co-production with Russia, I don't know how many cases like that there was in the past. But for example, do you use a money collection services for theatrical distribution?
Money what? Collection?
Money collection services.
Collection agency.
Oh, we have no. You mean how clean, how transparent is distribution? Not clean, honestly, because we still do not have electronic ticketing in Russia. And every year Putin promised that they implement electronic ticket. Every year during the last 5-6 years, I remember he's talking, everybody talking. No, but looks like theater owners do not interested in electronic ticketing because they're playing games with it, you know. Sooner or later it will happen, and since then I hope it will be totally transparent.
So basically,
but otherwise we have to trust theater owners on their reports, whatever we can do. But there is no, come on, how we can collect from theater owners? He has a report. You have a report.
yeah, of course. No, so that basically means it's a no-go zone in a way.
But all major companies are working in Russia and they're getting their share. So, I mean, Americans are very cautious about it, believe me.